cards.
Yes.
Jeff.
Time change.
Okay. Maho
Yes.
and Frakes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
We're doing this.
Yep.
Who we went and saw the Batman this weekend,
Oh, good.
specifically because we knew you wanted to talk about it.
I do want to talk about it. I liked it a lot.
It's real good.
You should talk about it on Noob Show
Why?
Why?
because that's a show for that shit.
Noob hadn't seen the Batman. He's not going to go to the movies and see Batman.
Yeah,
Neither
he
am I.
sucks. Well, then shut up about spoilers.
Is anybody worried about spoilers?
I don't give a shit.
I've already seen it.
It's Batman. I've seen every iteration of Batman so far. How much different can it be?
This movie has Batman in it, which the other movies has not had.
I mean,
Spoilers
it's,
don't
Detective
change me watching a movie.
what do you say?
The spoilers don't change me watching a movie. Either
Mm.
I can hear all the spoilers, I can hear the whole story. When I go watch a movie, it's not the same, even if I know how it's going to end. And
Yeah.
that's just like Tolkien, all the Lord of the Rings stuff. I know what the plot line is. I know what the whole thing is, but just being able to watch it and be able to get into it, that tells me how good a movie is.
Yeah, I can see that. This movie is kind of long, but worth it mostly. It's got some. It could be trimmed down a little, I admit.
Yeah.
It's not without flaws. Like the last action set piece probably could have been about half as long.
It's not worth seeing in a theater. It's a great movie, but it's not a theater movie. For me, I go to the theater because I want to see a big explosions and Godzilla destroying shit. Like this is a good like on the couch, the lights down, where people aren't behind you talking during the quiet scenes.
That's a good note.
It's a Batman doing detective stuff movie.
Yeah, I like that it's not flashy.
Yep.
Everybody talks really quiet and gruff, except for one part made me laugh out loud. Mahogany 2 was there's like the second murder scene, and Batman's in there fiddling with stuff, and just some cop goes, "Hey Jim, should this guy be in here?" And it's so off-putting, that guy's voice. It's like they really let that slide. Everybody else was like gruff and quiet, and this guy, "Hey Jim,
Jim, this guy's up in my face.
What are you doing over here?
what are you doing touching the stuff?"
I wonder if that was supposed to be the director saying, "Okay, now do indignant," and that was the best that actor had.
I wonder if it was a Scottish guy doing what he thought an American cop was,
Probably.
because the movie was shot in Glasgow.
Oh, was it?
Yes. Oh, wait, no, that's Ireland, isn't it? Yeah.
It's,
I don't know.
it's
Right now, my brain is
definitely-
not a brain.
It's definitely an emo Batman.
I think his Bruce Wayne harkens back to the first movie Batman I was familiar with, Michael Keaton, in that he is a person pretending to be normal and doing terrible.
Well, it's just, I say emo Batman because every time you see him not as Batman, he just took the Batman helmet off, and he's still got mascara all over his face.
He has a death metal eyeliner.
Yeah.
He definitely has the emo-over too. He's just like
Now,
the
sorry, you go ahead. I had a thought.
no,
about
no.
that.
I was just talking about the emo-over. It's just the over the one eye
Yeah.
needs to be washed hair. Yeah.
Well, you say what you want about the death metal eyeliner. I did a Viking Renaissance fair, and I had eyeliner on, and I looked fucking hot.
You also didn't sweat through all of it from wearing a leather face mask the whole time. So this wasn't like a perfected put on
That's-
eyeliner. This
That's
was
fair.
crying in the rain mascara.
I was blown away at the end when I found out that the guy playing the Penguin was Colin fucking Farrell. Like what?
What?
Yeah.
Wow,
That's
Yeah.
Colin Farrell.
that's Colin Farrell under all that
Yeah,
makeup.
you definitely
was-
could have fooled me. Holy
He was good.
smokes.
He was good in this.
Yeah. I don't know. I generally think he's good. It's just like sometimes
He's been in a lot of movies I don't like.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like it's not him, it's the movie. A lot of the time. It's like the subject matter. It's not always very I don't know.
What was it? One Time in Bruges?
Just in Bruges.
In Bruges? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good one. I like that one.
That terrible Alexander movie. Oh,
Who's Alexander?
The Great.
Farrell as Alexander the Great.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about In Bruges. I was like, what are you talking about?
No.
This is my favorite role with Paul Danos at Swiss Army Man.
I haven't seen that yet, actually.
Really?
You should. It's worth it.
You haven't seen Boner Farts, the movie?
Boner Farts, the movie.
It's so good.
But I didn't think anybody was bad in the movie. There's a lot of performances I really love. I like Andy Serkis as Alfred was amazing. I thought that was cool. The new Catwoman, really cool. I liked her a lot. I forget the actress's name. Shit.
Zoe Kravitz.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
No, she was good. The only other part that made me laugh a few times, and if you've watched the trailer, you've seen it, is when he's getting shot at with machine guns, he just does like a Hulk walk towards them.
Oh no, that's what I don't think it's the Hulk walk. I think it's the okay, no, you're talking about something else. Okay.
Anytime Batman is getting shot at with machine guns, he just walks towards them sometimes. And I showed her in the parking lot afterwards, just the scene from Dumb and Dumber where it's like, but what if they shot you in the face?
Yeah, what if they shot me in the face?
It's a risk we were willing to take. And it was like, dude, all these guys with machine guns, all they have to do is just angle up a hair and Batman would be dead.
No, every time he came out of the shadows in this, he's doing the Undertaker going to the ring walk.
Yeah.
Despite like some of the stuff is patently silly in the movie, I'll give you that, but I liked it a lot. It's good. I'll give it 5 stars out of 5 stars.
Really? The full blown 5 out of 5?
I'll give it a 5 because it is probably the best Batman movie I've seen. Okay, 5 out of 5 Bat stars, 4 out of 5 movie stars.
Yeah.
5 out of 5 Batarangs.
Yeah.
Do you count that the Joker movie as a Batman movie?
No, I do not.
No. What did you give that one?
It was all right. It's pretty good.
No.
Has anybody? Oh no,
I've seen Scorsese do Scorsese better, but yeah. What were you saying, Margaret? Sorry.
Has anybody taken it upon themselves to watch the DC Harley Quinn cartoon?
I have not.
No,
it's fucking
either.
Amazing. I don't know. I've been just like meaning to watch it since it came out. And I just hadn't because I think it was on some platform that I didn't have before, but now it's on HBO Max. And it is delightful. Their treatment of Bane is fantastic. It's just so funny. It's so funny. It's got like a lot of like big names in it that I was very surprised.
Does he sound like movie Bane or does he sound like comic book Bane who's supposed to have like kind of a Spanish accent?
It sounds like movie Bane, but but in a like I'm totally making fun of this kind of way. It's fantastic.
Okay,
it's really funny. They just rip into that Bane character relentlessly, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, because like comic book Bane is real weird. He's like a super strong biochemist, luchador, bad villain guy, like it's evil genius, like
biochemist luchador.
Yeah,
that is a combination I wasn't expecting.
Like he invented venom to use to make himself addicted to venom. You know. Yeah. I don't know.
It's like I'll blow you up.
Speaking of Venom, that fucking Morbius trailer it's all over anything I try to watch. It still plays commercials, which makes me think it's going to be terrible.
Yeah, I've thought the same thing.
They're advertising it way too hard.
I thought the same thing about Venom. I thought it was going to be a suck fest, but yeah, it was watchable.
Yeah, no, Venom was fun. The second Venom was fun. I was hoping the Morbius would at least be fun, but I mean they're pushing it to the point where I'm like, ugh.
I don't know. It looks like it's heavy on the standard DC gloom and joyless gloom, and I don't know if that's going to be, even though it's not a DC character. Like,
yeah, Batman was gloomy.
Oh yeah,
Batman is gloomy.
I mean, it had some bits of humor and shit, but they were
it did make me feel like reading the comics. Like I used to read the comic, the big thick ones that were very detective-y.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't talked about the Riddler yet, and I liked him. I thought
we did. I said it was Paul Dano's best role since Boner Farts.
I guess so, but
so there.
Like whenever he doesn't have the mask on, like you can't help but kind of giggle at the dude because he's just got this weird Ralphie from Christmas Story baby face.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, here's our major evil.
Yeah, that was delightful.
He definitely looks like the comic relief, except for he's not.
Unless you find murder hilarious, in which case, comic relief.
That's odd.
I mean, like, this A1 for not getting typecast.
That's true. And not trying to make this a character. The character had a lot of natural funniness about him, like when they showed like the live stream bits and shit like that. Whenever he was unmad or like sending videos to the cops, like he was funny, crazy funny, not ha 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 ha. Riddle me this, Batman. No.
He didn't even say that, did he? I know it was said, but it wasn't by him.
Yeah.
What?
He didn't say riddle me this.
Oh no. I don't think he did.
No, I feel like what's his face is the only one to say it. So it was there, but it wasn't there in the super corny way.
Also, I like the way they incorporated the tech into that world. It was like new age, but it was kind of like, it reminded me of like how Aliens did it.
It was mildly cyberpunky, but not like super pervasive.
Yeah. Because that's one of my favorite things about the Alien video game Isolation was how they were like because it was made in the 80s. The movies were made in the 80s, but they were trying to look futuristic, but they were using all that 80s like VHS tape technology to make it. So even though it's way in the future, it still looks old and dated. And the Batman, I thought, did very similar, where it was, it was tech that doesn't exist right now, but it looked like something that would come out 20 years ago.
Yeah, like it's yeah. I don't know. Like I guess the movie is kind of like posited around like Batman's very early years, like when he's just still an angry asshole and doesn't just out for revenge and shit.
Because he only been a Batman for 2 years in the movie.
Yeah.
When did that? I missed that time framing.
Oh. Yeah, because when he kept writing his journal, he was like year 2 or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
But
that makes sense.
Let's get on to our show, shall we? The purpose of our gathering, since Jeff has not said word one since we started.
Well, he doesn't see the movie.
It's kind of hard to talk about it when I hadn't seen it.
Oh, okay. Figured at least make fun of me.
Frakes doesn't have a problem talking about things he's not involved in.
That's true.
That's exactly right. I am a
middle-aged
white man.
I
have no problem chirping in on shit.
He has no problem giving opinions on shit he has nothing about.
That's exactly right.
I hate Elden Ring. Here's what I think about it.
Elden Ring is garbage, and here's why. A 3.5-hour YouTube video.
Yeah.
And I'm still playing and enjoying it.
Oh,
No, me too.
I think Jesse's in there playing now.
It's so good.
Like the two of you are just gonna be like this the whole night, just like, huh? What's that? Elden
I
Ring?
just think it's funny. Like I think the things that the characters wear are hilarious to me.
Yeah.
I don't know much about the game, but I walk by and I see something see his new outfit.
I was
This
wearing
has
a
got-
crescent moon hat because it gives me an intelligence modifier, but it looks like a big floppy penis.
You talking about the big blue and gold hat that looks like a
Yeah, it goes way up and corks over.
yeah. Jesse's wearing that one too.
Yeah, well, it gives a +3 to your intelligence. There are better ones, but that one also, it doesn't give you a detriment to any of your other stats. So there's
I
also
see.
several intelligence helmets that look like the Burger King man. And I just can't, I don't
Yeah.
care that it makes that the stats are better. I just can't bring myself to wear it because it's
Wait,
so fucking stupid looking.
It makes you look like the king.
Yeah.
Look like
Weird.
Well,
They're
that's like right
huge.
now. I don't wear my helmet just because I'm like, I don't like wearing my helmet.
Mm-hmm.
I can't make it not. You can't make it where it looks like you're not wearing a helmet and wear it like in some games.
No.
I'm like,
A
screw it.
hide helmet.
Take it off and put it on when I need it.
Yeah. This game is
Jeff
like,
is
if
like
you want
fashion
those-
first.
Fashion souls. Yeah, this game is like, if you want that stat boost, you're gonna have to look like a fucking idiot. That's
I
straight off.
appreciate that. I appreciate that about that game because, like, like it's more true to the say D&D experience where you put on random magical gear that you have found that is good, but all of it doesn't match anything else you're wearing.
Yeah. You look ridiculous, but you're
See,
strong.
in D&D, you can have an illusion to make you look like it all matches. You can't do that in Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Uh,
You look like a colorblind fool.
Mhm.
You can't go to the transmog hut in
Well,
Orgrimmar or whatever.
They've got these things so you can adjust your clothes, but they don't do anything really yet. At least I don't know. I'm only like maybe a quarter or a third of the way through the game.
Now, everything I've read says they don't do anything except for, let's take away the cool cloak that you actually had attached to that armor.
Yeah, it takes the cloak
Minor
off.
things that don't actually do anything.
Boo. Oh well, at least it's building space for add-ons.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of room in there for DLC, and I'm very excited for whatever they put out.
All right. So, last week when we left off, you folks were heading toward Okermoss Tower. But along the way, and very close to the forest that leads to it, you discover an encampment of hags. 4, as far as you can tell, and their various servants. Now, you were, I believe you had decided to try to talk to them, if I'm not mistaken. Am I wrong there?
Yeah, I think we're about to introduce ourselves. But before we go in, my thing is, do we know what our story is going to be before we go in?
Oh yeah, get your
I'm
tail
sure they're
straight.
going to ask, who are we? And who,
thought
and I'm assuming,
I thought the story was that the lady felt the pool and we're her entourage.
okay. Is she wants to say who she actually is? And do we know what our roles are for the lady? With the lady.
You do what I say mainly because I said so. I don't know.
Pure and simple. I mean, we look like bodyguards. At least I know I do, and Frakes probably does.
And not Valric. What's his name? Zarius definitely looks like he could pass for a bodyguard. Right? Big hulking dude.
Big, hulking kind of fish.
Yeah.
Moderately hulking.
I'm kind of a hawk over here.
That's right, ladies. You know you like it.
Hey Jim, what's this Batman doing in here?
We got some hulking bodyguard type up in here, Jim.
What is fingerprint and all this stuff?
What's the
We're
deal?
What about
talking
Shane
squeaky
Camilla?
voices all night.
I'm stop on our tools. I'm here to stab you with the spears.
Yes, master. Let me just swing my little axe over here.
I tried to go with this squeaky voice for Jeb, but this is as squeaky as I can get without being just horrible on the ears. And I know that this isn't exactly good on the ears anyway.
Hey, wait.
That's Brooklyn squeaky.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my God. All right. Yeah. So okay. I don't know what that decision was, but
So we're squeaky mouth bodyguards for the lady who felt the pool by the hags to show up to this
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
meet.
I mean, there's not a lot that she can hide because there's not a lot to tell. And I feel like, huh?
I changed my weapon to where it's my butcher's axe.
Where's my
New weapon that y'all have not
axe?
seen.
Oh,
A big
fancy.
two-handed axe.
all right. Big Butch's axe.
You haven't played a lot of Elden Ring.
I have not. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right.
Mhm.
So yes, you and your entourage of bodyguards, I guess, continue on then in your summoned carriage.
Just checking to see. No, okay.
What? Huh?
Just looking to see if there was anything that I could do to like fortify myself against, because like I don't actually want to feel that pull. I don't want to like give in to the pull. I just want to let that be. And I'm not even just like gonna be like, hey, this is why I'm here. I just I just feel like it should be obvious. Does that make sense? Like I'm a witch, y'all are hags. You know what's up, kind of deal. Not necessarily like, oh yes, my name is the lady and I'm here for this reason. Like, figure it out more.
All right.
So we're independently powered or have nothing to do with her, Jack? Son?
Yeah, I wouldn't mention anything
Anytime.
else.
Yeah. I mean, unless it specifically comes up, I'm not volunteering any information. I'm here for what I'm here for.
All right.
Yeah. That sounds like a good plan. Keep it close to the vest.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm just an independent witch with no coven. None of your business. Mind your business. That's all. Just mind your business.
Okay. All right. You pull up into the area of the encampment. You see a lot of the hag's servants like watching you all suspiciously. A lot of them moving slowly closer to the trail. They have weapons, and they are all kind of just making sure they patrol the encampment area of their mistresses as you go by. But the last tent is parked basically in the middle of the old road, and so you really have no choice but to go around through the high grass or stop, which I believe was what the plan was. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. And just I've released any disguises that I have,
All right.
so that I look like myself.
Cool. The door to your carriage opens and you step out and you see it looks like they've stopped mid-conversation. The four hags gathered around a large cauldron. Their servants hang back, but not too far. The tallest one, hag of, were she not stooped, would probably be about 7 feet or more taller, is wearing brightly colored patchwork rags. Her skin is sort of blue and bruisey colored, and her eyes kind of glow red. She smiles and reveals metallic teeth, and one of her long nails beckons you over. Come, my dear, come. Have sup with us.
I will come, and hopefully my entourage will hang back, but not too far.
All right. As you approach, you can see the three of the other three of them there. The green hag, she wears plain brown robes. Her hair is like gray dead vines. Her eyes are black and hollow. She is one of the ones that is encamped closest to the woods. The other one, you're guessing the sea hag, because she hides her face under still damp, dripping robes. So nothing seems to really stop her from looking wet, constantly leaking water from her entire body. You can see she holds her hand out over the cauldron, and sort of grayish water pours in. And at the head of the group, the hag with the silk and gold attire, with the skin that purple of a poisoned frog. Hello there, she says in a oddly youthful voice, despite her extreme ugliness. Greetings, your little sister.
I will nod in acknowledgement.
We see you two have heard the call.
Indeed.
And resisted, says the one in the patchwork. Yes. A strong-willed one, not like the others that tried to shoot past us into the forest, slathering with lust for what they have inside. You can see just like over the lip of the cauldron, there are a number of skulls floating around in the brew. And you get the impression that people who have tried to get by them have not done so very successfully thus far. And they say, or the one under the sea hag underneath her robes, from out of the darkness of her hood, you hear sort of a gurgling voice. What makes you think you would have any more luck than others? You think asking our permission is going to get you any more favor? Hush now, sharply, says the green hag, and turns towards you. The thing in the woods is affecting their minds, my dear. They are being rude. The other three sort of gasp and mock scandal. And the one at the head of the quartet here with the purple skin says, you seem to be, she looks around behind you, you seem to be traveling fairly light for this area. Do you know something we do not about the interior of the forest? You are not here to lay siege like we have all come.
Truthfully, sisters, I was hoping that you could tell me. I do not know this area and was merely passing through when I felt the urge to head this way.
Oh, they give each other like knowing looks and say, you come here on a separate journey. Yes. Then you might be exactly what we need, my dear.
Explain.
We are but humble. A humble group of friends who are all in a friendly competition for the thing in the forest. We all desire it greatly, but we do not desire to expend our resources warring with each other for it. And so we are seeking someone to retrieve it for us. That way we may cast lots between us.
Sense motive. There's a 19.
Let's see. The purple skinned creature is clearly lying to you.
Indeed. What exactly are you seeking, sisters?
Surely you have seen it in a vision, as we have. An egg.
I've seen it, yes.
An egg made of wood, polished like teak.
I've seen as much myself.
Do you see who the force behind it is? Says another one of the hags.
Is it Mother?
They look at each other again and says, "Yes, you know much, my dear. You've gleaned much. You might be very well suited to the task ahead."
So tell me something I do not know.
It has somehow created a barrier of protection around itself. There is something in the woods blocking our ability to pinpoint it. We fear it might be one of Herjack's old projects left behind that it has been deposited in. They all spit at once. Herjack.
So I look at each of them and I say, so you can't tell me anything I don't already know? Question mark.
See, a couple of them look angry. One of them looks kind of impressed, and the other one, and the one at the head of the group, betrays no emotion as she says, "Well, it would be impertinent to give you any more if you were not willing to go along with our machinations, my dear."
From what it seems, I could have continued about my life without stopping here.
Aye, you could have tried. The tallest one, the Annis hag, in the patchwork clothes, holds out her hands. She says, "Let's not be consumed by jealousy and anger. That way lies blood. But let's instead work together, my sisters, little sister. We all want grandmother's blessing that she left behind, and we all should have an equal chance to get it." And whenever anything remotely close to sharing or fairness or any kind of like equal split comes up, you can see in all their old withered and just thoroughly debauched faces that they all have no intention of letting that happen. She follows up with, "Would you be willing to take a few of each of our men or our servants, with you into the forest to scout ahead? We don't know the full nature of what is the barrier. It's true. But we would all be willing to reward you for valuable information. Everyone else we have sent thus far has been unsuccessful."
I look at each of them and I say, so you want me to do all of the work?
No, my dear.
For part of the reward.
Not all of the work, of course not. They all give, kind of fake laughs and say, "We would be willing, of course, to reward you for any effort you put forward."
All of the effort?
They say, "We will have our eyes on you. Do not worry." They come close to each other in a huddle, and you see one of them holds out it looks like a stone that is dripping blood, and each one of them holds out a finger and tastes it, as does the person who's holding the stone. And they just sort of stop, and their eyes all turn milky white for a few moments, and then they turn back to their normal varying shades. "We have discussed it amongst ourselves, my dear. We are willing to give you a gift going forward if you would agree to our terms."
What are your terms?
that upon finding what is guarding the egg, that you will give the information to us. That will be one reward for you, in addition to what you start with, of course. If you do the bulk of the work in eliminating the barrier or the guardianship, then that will be 2 rewards, 3 altogether. And if you're able to make sure the egg is secured for us, that will be a reward from each of us. 4 rewards for 4 tasks. All we ask is that you do not try to claim it for yourself.
So you want me to do all of the work for how much of this egg?
None of the egg, my dear.
Why don't you do it yourselves? There are 4 of you.
They don't seem to be more forthcoming after that. They have reasons, and you're guessing the reason is probably because they trust each other even less than they trust you. They don't want to let each other out of each other's sights.
Mm-hmm. So I say to them, what are these rewards that you are promising? I don't like how vague you are being.
What do you desire, my dear? What will make your life easier? What will increase your probabilities of success? What will play to your ambitions? What do you want in the final reckoning? We can make these things happen for you. We are very skilled.
So you're giving me 4 wishes. What are you, genies?
4 boons.
That could be acceptable. I'll take a moment.
All right.
And I step back.
You hear a long inhalation as you step back, like from underneath the cowled figure of the sea hag, and says, "There is a witch man amongst you. Feel free to extend our offer to him as well. We know you're there, witchling."
I smirk.
I mean, excuse me. I've been called a lot of things, but witchling is not.
No
one
one was talking to you.
Impossible. Words are being spoken in my direction. Somebody's got to be talking to me, right? Right?
No.
No.
Apologies.
So I take my moment. I'm going to step back away from them and have a discussion.
All right.
What do you think, witchling? And I look at Zarius.
I'm trying to read the room, and I understand that no matter what, we're screwed. There's no chance. Well, let me say I'm going to say there's no chance of us. I mean, the item's obviously fairly powerful. They're all going to betray each other. We might come out best. I mean, I know if they send anybody with us, their first thing is to do is eliminate us as soon as they get close enough to the thing, penetrate further than they've gone before, so they can send information back. So, I mean, we'll definitely have to be ready for betrayal at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Keep their word. In as much as they definitely did not define what the rewards are, which is my first issue, which of course they're going to, even if they did define them, they'd try to find some way to weasel out of it and turn it into something to still to their advantage and not to ours. But the other side of that is, if you decline their offer, they have no reason to let us try to leave this camp. So you could expect all 4 of them to attack, to have their minions attack us. So in my opinion, we need to find some kind of compromise. But their vagaries, I don't know how much more we can expect to get clarification. And you got to remember now, while they don't consider you equal, they do semi-respect you. But if you come across as being weak, there's a fine line between showing respect and being weak, subservient. So we got to be very careful that we walk that line when we do this.
Deferential without
respectful.
Lick spittle. Is deferential without licking boots.
My theory is I show them no deference. You may. You should. You'd all be wise to. But I can't show them the slightest bit of weakness, especially since
I didn't say weakness.
They know her.
You can still be respectful without being weak.
Meh. This is the lady you're talking to.
Well, I mean, if you disrespect them and they cause everybody to attack us, be aware. I don't know if we can defeat everybody here.
Indeed.
I'm going to lean towards the probably not. So that's what you have to weigh this as, So I'm just trying to be a font of wisdom here.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here with your wisdom. Boo!
Nobody likes that shit.
When I first met you, I declared myself the Sage King.
All right.
Did you?
Yeah, so basically we're going to take their deal, but we all know that basically at our first opportunity to go ahead
of course everybody's going to betray everybody.
Strike. Yeah. Just be wary, all of you.
Okay. They await your return, and when you show back up again or come back out of your huddle, they're all kind of just got their eyes on you. They all have a kind of a fake relaxed but obviously tensed, if you know what I mean, posture. Mm-hmm. And you can see that their servants have huddled even closer to the encampment central area there. In the time you guys have shown up and done your palaver and talked to each other and gotten back over here, you see that you are completely surrounded on all sides. So when you step back up to the hags, they say, "Have you come to a decision, my dear?"
I look at each of them and I say, "Sisters, I believe we all have an understanding."
Very well. What boon do you require before you enter?
What boon do you offer?
We can offer items from our personal stash, or if you would like, an individual enchantment of some variety. There is, of course, the dubious blessing of appealing to the forces of magic, but that sometimes can have its own drawbacks.
Individual, like this is like out of game talk. What do you mean individual enchantments?
You're guessing that the four of them together can probably conjure a wish spell for you.
Is that something we want? What y'all want? What you want, fools?
But you're guessing they would rather offer you a magical object.
AOT, what you want?
I'm trying to figure out like what would we use a wish spell for right now.
Besides our own personal greed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm letting the what do we want fall to the more experienced players because I don't fucking know.
I don't either. I've never dealt with hags like this.
I mean, the simplest terms right now. I mean, yes, a wish is always wonderful, but usually when you do a wish, it's more it's very hard to do a wish for A one person can wish for the entire party wish without just going, hey, I want treasure. Or the simplest thing would be an item or items that might be useful for us while we're doing this journey. They are more familiar with where we're going, so they can give us an item that might be useful for where we're going, and they're a little bit more familiar with it.
We could use wish to undo a misfortune, and because we came into this camp, we could just undo that, but keep all the information and circumvent them ever knowing we were here.
That's how that works, right?
That they would have to be willing to do that wish, which they would not.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, who grants the wish? How does that work?
Generally, you're guessing that being hags, they are appealing to foul underworld forces. So it will probably always be tinged with some kind of inherent evil.
It's a monkey paw. Oh no.
One of them gives you a direct offer, though. Would you like my old broom, dear? She snaps, the green hag snaps her fingers, and you hear a slight whoosh of air as suddenly a broom stops in midair in front of you. I have another now, but this one has very, very powerful enchantments on it.
Do an
Details,
assessment on it.
please.
Spellcraft it.
Give me an assessment. Oh, that's almost as best as it can be. 38.
38. You give it a critical eye with your magical senses, and seeing that you were doing this first seems a little incensed, but then unpressed. It says, "No need to stress yourself, my dear. Of course, it flies. With it flies faster than a normal broom, and there are enchantments on it that keep you from being noticed once you go above a certain height, so that you may fly in the day with ease. In addition, once you have bonded with it, you will always know where it is, and it will always come to your call."
It's pretty neat.
Yeah, but a wish spell could give you an inherent permanent +1 to an ability score.
Yeah, very exciting there.
Yeah, very exciting stuff there. The broom is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Fits the aesthetic too.
It really does.
Now, how do you ride a broom? Do you ride it with a leg on each side of the broom, or do you do it the
Side saddle, yeah. That's
the side saddle
right?
style? Yeah.
Depends on my mood.
I was trying to think of the Bewitched. That was the old show.
It's like I like to ride a broom. I do it like the backstroke. I just kind of lay on it, let it take me away.
I liked how they did brooms in Black Clover, how the more powerful would just stand on it. Just surf it with their hands in their pockets, like, yep, I'm riding a broom.
Motherfucker.
Oh, well, I mean, of course you can do that. Like, you can
Do it Junkrat style.
surfboard that shit.
Yeah, sure, a broom. I suppose if those are my options.
Says, "Oh, we have many other wonders to offer you if you follow through on your part of the bargain." The green hag snaps her fingers, and the broom falls out of the air onto the ground. Says, she whispers, "I release you."
The broom goes, "But man, I'm not ready."
The broom
to go
goes,
home."
"What am I doing out in the woods here? Well, goodbye."
Yeah. Hey, Jim.
What about chain of command?
Hey, is that Steb? Steb, it's Jim. What up, buddy?
Evidence up in here.
I know that voice.
Yeah, that's what it was. Chain of evidence.
Oh, I thought you were doing a Jeb voice. You were doing a Batman voice that I missed.
Yeah.
All right, yes, the broom rests on the ground. She says, "Pick it up and it is yours." Before
Right,
someone
quickly.
else does, my dear. Are you lunging for it?
Mine! I've always wanted one of these. It's in my backstory.
I will pick it up.
All right. The thing you don't realize, the thing, the thing that you only really caught a glimpse of before she started
Shit
talking
is cursed.
and distracting. It is not cursed. It is intelligent.
Oh.
Are you
Interesting.
my new mistress?
Are you my mommy? Yes. I am. The
Right.
words are starting to stop work. Wow. Yes.
We've drained all her energy.
All right.
Drained away.
Too much role play.
Not
Her,
enough.
her
Red
social
Bull.
meter has drained.
The broom echoes in your mind. In life, they called me Ostergaard, but you may call me what you like.
Broomy.
Very
No.
dignified. Thank you, ma'am.
Ostergaard it is. If that is your name, Ostergaard,
Yep.
you may refer to me as the lady.
Very well, lady. Where shall we go?
I take it this is all telepathic.
Away! Yes.
Yeah, this is all telepathic.
I say up and away, and we do a little test run.
All right, you take the broom on a test run. It flies faster than the standard brooms. This one flies at 90 feet.
Nice.
You see the lady rise up very swiftly, and once she gets above the tree line and a bit into the air, you see her form dim, becoming like a shadow on clouds as she swoops around in the air and eventually comes back to land back at the encampment.
Oh God, they killed her. They sent her into another dimension and she's gone forever.
She's gone to the shadow realm.
And she's back.
But yes, once you get back below the tree line, you become fully visible again. And
False
land.
alarm, she's okay.
The hags, while you were doing this, began beckoning servants closer to them and basically just picking out which ones to assign to your entourage. We have assigned these 12 helpers to you.
12.
3 from each of their encampments.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Go with our blessing and good luck, of course, my dear. And we'll be watching you, says the purple skin one. And you see that her servants are she picked 3 undead ones. There are 3 skeletons, but on one of the skeletons there is a patch of flesh above the 2 eye sockets that has a blinking red eye over purple flesh.
I say to them as we leave, farewell, sisters. I shall be watching you as well.
Regards, little sister. You head into the woods with your team, and following behind you, the 12 servants of the
Oh, no,
various
they
hags.
go first.
Oh, you send them in first? All right.
Yeah. They're my wall of...
then they will take the lead as heading into the forest, and then you follow behind, watching the hags watch you as you go.
And I watch them watching me.
Watching
Watching
you.
them, watching me, watching them, watching me, watching them.
I was thinking more. My private eyes are watching you. Every move. Song's not creepy at all.
All right. I'm gonna grab some water real quick.
So are we taking a break?
I guess if you want to smoke water, I'm getting some water.
Tinkle, tinkle, little star.
Yes.
Yeah, do that.
This has been part 1 of a 2-parter of Raiders of the Lark. Thanks for listening. All right, bye.
Yeah, later.
This has been like part 70 something of a 70 something parter.
Welcome to part 70 of 2.
Frakes.
Yeah.
Terrence.
Yeah, what up?
Jeff.
Yeah, what's up?
Keep it going, Maho.
Hey,
Oh, everybody else did a weird thing.
I did.
That was a weird thing for her. Normally, she's like, "What you want?"
You know, okay.
Yeah, but you broke the chain of evidence up in here.
But there was no.
Is that better?
That guy that flew over your car.
That's exactly what it sounded like. Just a slow gurgle.
That sounds terrible.
I'm sure it was.
I was like, oh no, I smell it. This might be a problem.
Oh.
I dealt it.
Oh God, Jeff. All right, well, let me put these hag stats away since you guys did not pick a fight with them, which is nice.
Oh, hell no. My insanity meter only goes so high.
Yeah, I mean, they don't get to, yeah.
Oh, well, let's see. A fella can dream. Well, okay, I would have been a nightmare to run.
No, that would have been. Oh, so the campaign ends tonight, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It couldn't have been any more of a nightmare to run.
Yes.
It couldn't have been any more of a nightmare to run than that 5-way combat you tried to pull off that took.
You know, I mean, I was pure hubris, and I suffered for my failings. That's the truth.
We learn from our limitations.
I never learn. Let me just make that very clear. I never learn.
He knows nothing.
I know nothing. I've not gotten one whit smarter since I was 9. Incidentally, that's when my attention span kind of topped out.
None.
The upper limit
Nine,
of my attention span was 9. It's been plateaued ever since.
You should upside down.
Plateaued at not having any. All right.
Oh, that's why. The doy.
Yeah,
Informative.
mahogany. That's why. Jeez. Think you'd know by now.
I get it.
I will give you a complete stat thing on your intelligent magical broom in a bit.
Yes, please. But you said 90
feet.
90 miles per hour?
90 feet. 90 feet or 60 feet if over 400 pounds.
So 90. Because she's like, that's what
As you
she
put on
was
weight.
soaking wet.
If you open the bag of holding and goalie jumps out, you may have an
Brother.
issue.
No, sorry, up to 200 pounds, 90 feet. 201 to 400, 60 feet. There you go.
Still feel like me and Goldie could ride together. She's frail. She's tiny.
Yeah, but that's 8 times the weight of a normal dude. I don't think the golem could ride by itself, honestly.
It would be fun to watch.
Just puttering along at like 1 foot off the ground.
The intelligent broom going, oh God, please.
But
Please.
that's Jesus.
I submit, please.
I call.
To dissolve this.
When Peter Griffin was riding Falcor, and it was like, oh, Peter, you're so heavy.
Hooray! Yeah, that's me on Falcor right there. Oh my god. Anyway, so yes, you guys make your way into the woods. Yeah, it had to be said that way.
Oops.
Woods. Oh. Being nominally led by the various hags' servants that they send along. Though they tend to mill about and spread out about, like just as this, like they're patrolling the area as they walk. The one skeleton with the patch of purple flesh and the eyeball on it is walking forward, but its head is turned completely around towards you while it does, which is not weird at all. It walks this way unimpeded for the most part. But you have a lot of, let's see. You have a lot of feet tromping around all around you. So you're not going to be able to creep through very quietly. Ooh, excuse me.
Well, stealth doesn't seem to be our forte anyway, so
Never has been, I find. I'm not saying you all suck or anything, but
It's never been my goal.
but let me get an owlbear rodeo up for you guys.
Oh, a map.
We got
Yeah.
a map.
We're doing a map.
What?
I can't go forever without a combat. I got to do at least one or two every now and then.
rebellion.
A map, you'll say?
Yeah, it's not a fancy one. I just wanted some greenery.
Oh, my hopes were met.
Itch.
So yeah, toss an icon up there at the south side on the road. Hello?
Yeah, I was wondering where all my minis and owlbear went. Did they vanish?
I don't know. Everything's gone from my computer because it's a new computer. But
You know, I thought this was all on the cloud or on the web browser. I don't know why.
hey, have you cleared your cache lately? Or
Oh, there it is.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I was trying to fix something for work and I have cleared everything. And it's like I'm having to retype in email or websites that I haven't physically typed in probably 10 years.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I think I would be shit out of luck if I had to type all my passwords and shit in. I don't know where any of that stuff is. None of it.
Just be the skull today.
Okay.
Has it been more than 6 hours since we entered the hag camp?
No.
Okay.
Why?
Because it's how long my AC potion lasts. Hours per level.
All right. Let's see. The forest is thick, overgrown. The trees knit together because they've grown so closely and they've caught so much falling debris over the years in their tight branches. So you'll see closely growing pines and firs and things like that with huge clumps of last year's shed needles just blocking and obscuring your view in all directions off the also fairly overgrown path. Occasionally you have to stop and stomp down a sapling just to get your cart through if you're continuing on with the cart. But it didn't take long after you entered the forest for everything to slow down to just even slower than a normal walking pace. And after a while, you have probably forgotten which time of day it even is. Like it was fairly early on in the day when you guys got to the hag camp. Oh no, it was toward the evening time. So the darkness of the day is now basically almost bled on into full night. You're barely getting any light through the trees. And while you're scouting for a place to put down a camp for the evening, you start smelling this terrible fucking smell. It's just awful. The first indication you see of danger is one of the hag's entourage basically sticking its head into the brush and then just sort of stopping as his companions are scouting around until one of them calls his name. And the fellow is just standing there with his head in the bushes, not doing anything. You notice that his hands are completely gray.
Was this one of the undead guys or one
No,
of
it's one of the fey-like creatures, the elfin creatures with horns.
Were any elves here?
whose hands are not normally gray to our knowledge?
No, their skin is dark brown to tan for the most part, but his entire body has gone just unearthly pallid gray. In fact, even his clothes seem to have taken on that color. And it's by that point, once one of his friends comes over and tries to like get his attention, that the body falls over and shatters apart.
Oh, I've been there. Don't like that.
Like stone or frozen.
Like stone.
Uh-oh.
And you see that the head is missing. Meanwhile, the brush explodes outwards.
We got issues. I pull my sword and my crossbow and shoot at it.
All right. Let me get a mini for this fella.
Prepare for combat.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say basilisk.
You will not be
Cockatrice.
unrewarded for that thought.
That's me, the player, not well, I'm sure R2s will figure it out.
That's fine. No. It's clearly a basilisk. It's a huge reptilian creature, or a thick-bodied reptilian creature with 8 legs, glowing eyes, and eerie, pale, green, incandescent color. Burst through the foliage, stepping on the statue and knocking the other hag's servant aside. Many of the other ones sort of back away onto the trail, further up the trail or toward the edge of the forest, where you see one of the other creatures wearing brown robes gets pulled into the brush on the opposite side of the road. And another creature explodes out as well, so...
Explosions.
Exploded creatures.
All right, so let's do an initiative, shall we?
Awesome.
I have a plus 12. I got a 13.
All right.
Damn.
All right, so that's 13 for Cybot. Jeb, what'd you get?
10.
The lady outside.
29.
29. Zarius.
8.
8. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
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 Glad there's other targets.
All right, let's get these guys. Okay. And Basilisk 2.
2.
All right. Okay, so
There's a rule in the book where if somebody fumbles the initiative, the encounter difficulty is halved.
Mm-hmm. I see it.
there's 2 basilisks. I have them listed under separate initiatives just for variety's sake.
Yeah, but I rolled a 1, so one of them leaves, right? That's
No,
it's
actually-
in the book.
Actually, one of them rolled a 1, so one of you have to leave.
Oh, all right. Well, see you later. I'm sure I'm
Goodbye.
gonna,
Yeah, all right.
I'm gonna
I'll catch you
fail this
afterwards.
petrification save anyway. So
All right, lady outside, you're first.
Knowledge.
Do you want me to put the hags and mooks on here so you guys have a indication as to where they are?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, I'll use
And
these.
so we can use them as meat shields.
Also that.
Yeah,
I mean, that's 100% why they're here.
well, you're down 1 already, so.
Yeah, well, we got 11 meat
Are we down
shields, and
2 of
one
them?
Oh yeah, you're down 2 of them already.
All right, well, make sure that one of them that goes down was the eyeball guy. Because I would have had him front and center. You go first. You have extra eyes. Mister,
Holy
I'm watching you.
Private eyes.
I think this is the first time that I've gamed where I've been hungry enough for my stomach to rumble.
Get a snack,
son.
Jesus.
I don't have snacks. I have to actually cook dinner.
Well, don't get a snack, son.
Wink, wink,
You
nudge,
just
nudge,
do
say
not
them all.
know how to adult.
No, I do, which is why I don't have snacks. Because if I had snacks, I would eat
You
them,
would eat the snacks.
and I would
Right.
not be able to maintain a healthy-ish lifestyle that I'm trying to maintain.
It's the issue.
That's overrated.
It's also expensive to have snacks.
All right, there you go. All right, so lady outside, there's where all the mooks are, as well as the 2 basilisks. They're large creatures. Would you like to roll a knowledge arcana?
Yeesh. Anybody want to assist me with that?
I think we can't because we're in combat. Right?
Oh,
Not until our
Will do.
turn.
that's only a 27 then.
Only a 20. Jeez, get out of here with that nonsense. All right.
What? Is
These are-
that enough? That's enough?
Yeah, that's more than enough. Like the DC for like identifying monsters is like 15 plus their CR, like
Oh, well, cool.
or 10 plus their CR, depending on how common they are.
Rare
Tell
comedy.
me everything.
All right. Well,
Spare
everything
no
about these things,
expense.
they are greater basilisks. They're like basilisks, but greater.
But great.
Yes.
Ah,
They have poison claw attacks. They have the standard petrification gaze. And they have another attack called foul breath, which is what that odd stink you guys have been coming across is, which is also something that is vaguely poisonous. But you're only really subjected to it if you're like fighting them in melee.
Oh, I'm gonna spend a thing so I'm not flat-footed.
So yeah, there you go. There's your information. What else are you doing this round?
so you said what now? Because I feel like you said stuff, but nothing made sense. It's
Oh,
not
they-
your fault at all.
They have a petrification gaze,
Uh-huh.
poisonous claw attacks, and a poisonous breath attack. But not sorry. It's basically a miasma of their own poisonous stinking breath that you're subject to if you're in melee with them, called foul breath. Other than that, they're just big monsters with no particular resistances or anything like that.
Okay, yeah, that's the part that I was like, I don't know if I heard anything about that, but okay, cool. So, from where I am close enough to. I don't have to be looking it in the eye for this will save, motherfucker. Give me that will save.
Ready? Fucking, where's my dice tower? I keep landing in the cracks between my keys. There we go. All right, so we got will save here. My basilisk, come back to me, my darling basilisk. I got 17.
Misfortune.
Alrighty.
And also I would like to release or like put the bag down so that what's his face can come out.
Is misfortune a standard action?
Yes.
Okay, well then
Would the other thing be a move or no?
well, retrieving it might be a move, but setting it up, it's still like something you got to unfold, and
Okay. Well then.
it's still like a 10-foot rug you got to put down somewhere.
All right. Well, that's it then.
Alrighty. Let's see. Who's next in line? Cybot 13.
Really?
Yes,
How
really.
am I fucking stuck here?
Shit. I thought I was gonna have to be on the defensive more at the beginning there, so I will make the closest one my studied target,
Okay.
and then I will spin my spear around while lacing it with anointing oils to increase its weapon damage size, and that will be my turn.
Jeb, you're next.
Oh, wow.
Everybody rolled pretty poorly, including me.
Yeah.
Here, one of these basilisks goes on 0.
So here's a question for you. If I wish to avoid its gaze as I attack it, is that a 50% mischance to avert my eyes? Is that how that works?
Let's see, I believe so. Gaze attack. Let me double check. We're bringing up the gaze attack thing. I don't know why I didn't do this to begin with. Averting eyes, yes. Opponent avoids looking at the creature's face instead of looking at its body, watching its shadow, tracking it at reflect surface, yada yada. Each round, the opponent has a 50% chance to avoid having to make the saving throw against the gaze attack. The creature with the gaze attack, however, gains concealment against that opponent.
Okay. So I still may have to make that save.
All right. Yep.
That is real bad.
Basilisks are terrible.
Yeah.
How's your fortitude save?
Not great. I got turned to stone last combat or last big issue.
Yeah.
But Jeb ain't no bitch, so he's going to do a flyby attack. He's going to move his 15 feet
All right.
and swoop in past doing an attack as I land over here.
You want me to roll or do you want to roll?
Well, I'm going to have to roll to determine if I hit. So you roll to determine if I have to make the save.
Okay. 45. Yes, you do.
Ooh, natural 13 on the die plus 9. So 22.
All right, you're fine. Let's then roll percentiles to see if you hit or miss. 20% chance.
Oh, 20%. I thought it was 50%. All right. That's even better.
No, that's total concealment.
92.
You're fine.
And I don't think that adds anything, but that's a 28.
That'll hit. No hit, and if this were Pathfinder 2, it would probably be critical.
But that's not a thing here. Yeah, Pathfinder 2 sounds kind of neat. Like it sounds cool.
It has some mechanics I like, but that's it seems like a whole big hassle otherwise.
Yeah.
Sounds like it'd be easier to pull in the stuff you like into Pathfinder 1 instead of just dropping everything from Pathfinder 1.
Yeah, but they change up the entire
Action economy is a big change.
yeah. The action economy is so wonky. In order to cast a spell that has verbal and semantic, that takes up 2 of your 3 actions. Anyway, I'm going to activate the Ring of Swarming Stabs as I swing by this guy.
And swarmily stab him.
I will swarmily stab him because if I move more than 10 feet, I get to do a sneak attack on it.
Sweet.
So here we go. Bangarang. That is not terrific. It's not terrible.
Are you trying to hit AC, or is that the damage you're rolling?
Oh, the damage I'm rolling. I already hit with a 28.
Yeah.
And a 92 on the percentiles.
Yep.
So that's 18 plus, does 25 damage from a magical weapon. He's going to be, he's going to start bleeding, 5, and he's going to be disoriented, taking a -2 on his attack penalty.
-2 on his attack penalty, so +2 to his attack.
No, -2 a penalty on his attack rolls. You pedant.
2 negatives make a positive.
Double negatives for the win.
So yeah, that's 25 damage plus 5 on his turn, and then -2 on his attack rolls. And I will if I have to make a fly check to escape his attack of opportunity, I will.
Let's see.
He hasn't gone yet.
He hasn't gone yet. He doesn't have one.
Awesome.
All right. Is that particular basilisk go? Basilisks go. Blah. It moves out of the brush and faces the. Let's see. Let me roll percentiles.
It takes 5 damage.
Okay.
Five
It turns toward
booty.
It turns toward the bulk of the party instead of the bulk of the chumps.
Is now a good time to make it clear that I'm not going to be looking at it? Other than, I don't know if that makes any difference, but
I believe you're supposed to announce that sort of thing on your turn, but I will let you
well,
backtrack for that one
cool.
if you like. So you have averted.
Yeah, like I mean, I kind of said it when I was going, but I didn't like make it super clear. I was like, I don't have to look at it to do that. What I was gonna do,
Review the
so
tapes.
I'm not going to. But
The liar.
I heard that. I heard her say, I don't have to look at it, so I'm not going to. Will save.
Saibot, are you taking the same mulligan there?
No, because I wanted to be able to make attacks of opportunity if it came close.
All right.
And it doesn't. Like I have 10-foot reach, but I think it just entered my square, or just entered my threatened square. But
It doesn't have reach, so let's see. I will have to move this guy toward the party. There you go. So busts out, comes to the nearest person, which I believe is you.
then I will take my 2 attacks of opportunity on it
All right.
because of my fortuitousness, and that was the one I was studying. So first attack, 32.
Yeah, it's. Excuse me.
So do I need to worry about precision or any other damage types? I don't have any DR or anything of that nature. Okay. So 25 damage from the first hit.
Get him. Get
Second
him.
hit is probably still going to hit with a 25.
Yep.
And I am going to cancel my studied opponent to make that a studied strike because I hit. To add an additional 2d6 damage. Oh, hell yeah. There's 2 6s and a 5 on those 4d6s.
yeah.
Yeah, murder Terrence's stupid monster.
10, 22,
I didn't make it.
27, that's 30, 34, 37 damage on the second hit.
37. All right. 37. Let me do a little math here. Yeah. Your second hit finishes the thing off.
Woo!
Get it.
Ah.
There you go. Zarius, your go. There's still another basilisk up the way. One who falls dead before you, though.
Okay. I'm going to cast glitter dust on it.
All right.
It needs to make a save, will save, or be blind.
6.
Uh,
Ooh.
It is now blind, so it should not be able to do a gaze attack.
Okay.
And it's
All
covered
right.
with sparklies.
Hooray.
That may be the best use of glitter dust I've been in a game for.
I've never heard anybody ever think about doing that. That's awesome.
Brilliant.
So in my head, I was like, these things can't go invisible, can they?
Oh God, invisible basilisks, nightmare fuel.
All right. The basilisk begins tearing up at the forest around and attempt to flee into the woods.
I felt like there was more.
Yeah,
Did it fail? Did it fail to flee or did it succeed? That felt like that was an open-ended statement at the end.
No, it's just basically you're a lot of crunching and crashing as it lumbers back the way it came.
Mooks, pursue.
they throw various objects at it, unwilling to pursue.
With your feet. Pursue with your feet, idiots.
You can make a will save each round.
Mm-hmm. No, the combat's over. It fled.
Well, shit.
That wasn't the one that I hit with the. No, that was a different one. Damn. Have it bleed out on us.
You can chase it down. You can fly, and it's blind. Go for it.
It's
Jim.
true.
All right,
I
you
will-
find
I-
it, you chase it down. We'll just do
Actually, 'cause
dueling percentile rolls to see if you hit it
And I
or
can-
turn to stone.
And I can fly after it too.
Why would I turn to stone? It's fucking blind, man.
Round per levels with will save. It
I'm
might
telling
not
you, the
stay
combat's
blind.
over. Let's not make
Okay.
this very
That's
long and
fine.
boring.
That's fine.
Yeah, you chased off the monsters. Congratulations.
Well, no, I murdered one, and then you gave up with the other one. That's what happened.
Yeah.
No, I mean, what's the point of having?
Hey. We murdered one. This was a team effort, and everybody played their part.
Yeah, but he made the most effort. So
I stared that bitch in the eyes. You were all like, "I'm not gonna look at it."
I
that's
made
right.
it misfortuned. So there. I helped.
that's right. You're supposed to save shit.
Who?
You.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I'll spend my inspiration to add that D6 to my fortitude save. Oh, that's an 18 on the die, and a 6 on the D6.
You're fine.
Yeah, okay. Costs 2 inspiration to do that.
Okay. You're
Worth
fine
it.
with just the die, actually.
Yeah. Well, my
Um,
luck, I would have rolled a 1, and then you've been like, well, instead of a boring combat, now we have a boring, let's take Cybot back to camp to see who can unstone his ass.
We just like cut open the other basilisk and shove you inside to get the blood on you.
Oh, that's right. Their blood will cure it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I usually
Ah.
go with.
Forgot about
we
that.
would just Luke Skywalker you.
As long as you get it on there within a certain number of minutes.
Insert Bill Hader pretending to be a tauntaun. That's an actual
Yeah.
video.
Yeah.
Thought they smelled bad on the outside.
How would Bill Hader pretend to be a tauntaun? I don't,
He does a really good tauntaun impersonation. It's hilarious.
that's,
And
I
because
know.
it's Bill Hader, man.
It's just what a weird thing to pretend.
Yeah, well, he's a weird dude.
I
It's,
pretended weirder.
it's comedy, I guess. You know, I don't understand this modern comedy.
Modern comedy. He did that like 15 years ago.
I don't understand this
Modern.
old timey modern comedy. Oh man. Okay. All right. After that, it's not smooth sailing. The rest of the minions, the hag's minions, regroup. They find the other guy wounded but still alive. So there's still 11 of them. And you guys continue forward. By now, however, it's getting full dark. So you can set up camp in the middle of the road or continue to move ahead to see if you can find a clearing.
The way you said that, you made it sound like they were about to come after us.
I know. I
There's
thought that
still
was
11
going
of
to
them.
be revolt, not no.
I think we handled ourselves well enough in that encounter that the hags go, no, it ain't worth taking them yet.
Mhm.
All right, so we got a camp now. Is that
Are
what
you-
you said?
Are you setting up camp? Or are you continuing to look for a more fortifiable spot? I guess is what I'm asking.
Let's look for a little bit better. If we go too much further, though, we'll put a stop at wherever we can.
All right, make a survival check for me.
I'll assist. If you're
Actually,
good
how
at that,
about I
Jeff.
assist? I'll assist you. How about that?
Okay. Oh, 18?
I
Plus
rolled
2
an
makes
18
20.
too.
All right.
Oh, you only got a +2?
No. I got a plus 12, but with your plus 2,
Okay,
it takes
okay.
it to 20.
All right. So
Okay.
yeah, you move a little ahead. You move ahead a little ways, with a couple of the minions in tow, and after scouting around a few curves, you find a small, not like, it looks like if it were a little wider, you might mistake it for a split in the road, but it's just a little path off to the side. And when you go down it, you find that there is an old clearing where at one point there was probably a log cabin or some sort of other dwelling here, but it is mostly rotted away. You find like the rough outline of where it used to be, probably burned down and time's gone, because you can see that there's still like black bark on some of the trees from God knows when. But otherwise, it seems to be a fairly defensible spot. There's a small rock wall around the territory, so if nothing else, you'd see someone coming over the wall.
And I'll set up a trap to alert us of anything.
All right.
And I'll set up my Sylvan hideaway for our personal use.
Okie dokie. Yeah, you set up the Sylvan hideaway, and the rest of the mooks, the hags mooks, pull out their bedrolls and whatnot, and little tents. They pull out their meager provisions and cook them up for the evening while you guys are settling into your thing. Are you making watches or making them do it?
Well, they have to do watches for their own sakes. And we'll also have watches for ourselves.
Watch out the front door like an old lady peeping on the neighbors, you know.
You eyeing my lemon drink?
Just looking out the blinds, just barely from this hideaway hole.
All right.
And also, I think we're having to keep watch over, not just what might come at us from outside the camp, but them as well. Yeah, it was an unnecessary digression. I apologize.
Well, you've ruined the whole night. Let's
Frakes, everybody.
Call it here. It's done.
Hey.
I've lost all spirit.
Frakes. It's Frakes, y'all.
Well, it is 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
No, we can go on. We can go on a little bit more if you want.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we gotta. I'm planning to smoke ribs tonight, so chop, motherfucker.
All right.
We did get about an hour start late due to
Jeff.
The
Yes.
time change.
I was gonna
The
say
time change. I'm not blaming Jeff for that.
I am. It's totally Jeff's fault.
I've
The
been guilty
time
of that one.
change and the lack of everything being synced to some sort of time service.
yeah.
Okay,
But
fine.
and we've reached we killed a monster. We are on a quest. We've got it to a stopping point. We got our camp set up. This feels good. This feels right.
Okay, Jesus, I get it. You don't want to hear my voice anymore, Joe. Fine.
Also,
That's
we
part
don't
of
want to
it.
hear your voice anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Finally, someone has the guts to say
The
it.
truth.
We hate you. All right. Thanks for listening, everyone. Stay tuned for the next time we do this, when Frakes will say nothing, apparently. All right.
I got stuck. I was like, wait, what? Hang on. What?
Yeah, the one time you expect him to say something, nothing.
We need video for that face that he made.
This is deer in headlights there for
Yeah.
a second. I was
You know,
like,
I thought it's like camera had frozen or something. It was like the look of, oh crap.
You went
after the
perfectly
first 2 seconds of silence, it was like, maybe if I just don't do anything, they'll think the camera froze.
Don't go away.
Yeah. Their vision is based on movement.
And my DMing is based on movement. Not my hands. All right. well,
WWW.
yeah, www.
No, go,
Yeah.
go ahead, Jeff.
No
I don't think you
W.
Yeah,
would.
Jeff's
Jeff,
never closed us out.
Outro us, Jeff, since you're so
Oh,
hot.
I can't do that. I can't do that.
Yeah, that's why you should do it.
Yeah, whatever. Blah 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 blah. I cast glibness. Say some shit.
You can't cast glibness and say some shit on the outro.
Yes, you can.
Sure,
you
I
can do
can.
it anywhere. You can do it there.
Clearly he did. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for coming. Bye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and go to our website and watch our cartoons and kissy kissies. I don't care how.
I
Yeah.
was not expecting that.
I mean, we told them all to shower a few episodes ago, right? So, like,
Yeah,
you know,
you know.
at least they're clean now.
Yes. If you need to know where we're at, reference last episode at the very end where we actually went through all this and said the www, all that crap.
And if you're still here, we fucking love you for that.
And wash your dick.
Goes without
or
saying.
other orifice.
As a child, I didn't realize that you're supposed to pull the skin back and clean around the head of the penis.
Jesus.
Just stop the
I had an
recording, please.
infection as a child. So that's,
Jesus.
If you're a child listening to this, you got to really clean that dick.
Oh my God.